Hey guys, hope you are having a great day. I hope that you are watching all the agenda videos so that way you know exactly what we're doing today. Again, there is nothing due to be handed in today. However, if you want to start working on your project, your plant project, or if you need to hand in your day 10 assignments, you should make sure you do that, okay? Your plant project is right here if you wanted to look that over with an explanation, but I will go over that on a different day. So what we're doing today is writing some stuff down into your notebooks, okay? Specifically PowerPoints. This PowerPoint here is going to show you exactly what to write in your notebook. So if you click on that there, that's going to open this Google slide, and we are going to go into present, okay? I'd rather you do present so that way it doesn't get confusing. We're going to go through 3 different pages today in order for you to write down some notes. All right. If you want to read through the textbook pages, I would actually highly suggest that as well. So you get a little bit more of an understanding of what's going on in this chapter. Okay. So this chapter here, we are actually talking about plants for plant structures and reproduction. We're going to talk about how the characteristics of non-vascular and vascular plants are. We're going to describe the different plant structures that affect the probability of successful reproduction. And we're going to use evidence to explain how specialized plant structures affect the probability of successful reproduction. So that is what we're going to be talking about in this unit, or this section of the development and growth unit. So day 3. This is our agenda. We're going to do types of plants. We're going to do classifying plant concepts, and we're going to do types of angiosperms. So the first one is on page 85, and it's going to be types of plants. So there are 4 different types of plants. There are non-vascular plants, seedless vascular plants, gymnosperms, and angiosperms, and we will learn about all 4 different types today. So non-vascular plants are like mosses, seedless vascular plants are like ferns, gymnosperms are like your Christmas trees, and angiosperms are many different types of flowers. But we'll go more in depth with that there. Okay, just so you know kind of what they look like in that retrospect. So these are the 2 pages that you're going to need in your notebook. It's going to be on page 85. The left-hand side is going to be glued down on the page. So you're going to cut out that square. You can keep this top part if you fit it. If not, it's okay if you don't. And then these squares over here on this right-hand side, you're going to cut out individually. So make sure you cut them out before you continue. So you can pause this video, cut them out, and then we're going to actually paste them onto this side here. Now, when we go through the PowerPoint, if you watch my cursor here, we're going to be going across. So we're going to start with structures, and we're going to go across this way, okay? And then we're going to go to adaptations, and we're going to go across this way. Then we're going to go to reproduction, across, and examples, we're going to go across. So all of the PowerPoints are all going to just be going across the page, okay? Just so you know, and you're gluing them in the right spots, okay? So pause this video, cut those blocks out right there, and then play the video again once you're ready. All right. So types of plants, structures. Remember, we're going across the page. All right. Non-vascular plants. So we're going to start over here. Non-vascular plants have no true leaves, roots, or stems. They have structures called rhizoids to anchor the plant into the ground and absorb water. Seedless vascular plants have a structured tissue and true leaves, roots, and stems. Leaves are called fronds on these kind of plants. Gymnosperms have vascular tissue and true leaves, roots, and stems, and the stems are kind of woody, and the leaves are needle-like. So that's like your Christmas trees, like I said. And then angiosperms have vascular tissue, they have true leaves, roots, and stems, and the stems are soft or woody. Okay, leaves are large and flat. So those are like your flowers. They have really some of the flowers have soft stems, some of them have big leaves, okay? At any point, you can pause this video in order to glue in your squares. Okay, so don't think you can't pause it and get confused and behind. Okay, so to make sure you pause it when you need to. Adaptations. Non-vascular plants can grow in very harsh and cold environments, nutrient poor soil, and with very little sunlight. Seedless vascular plants are adapted to survive with little sunlight. Gymnosperms retain leaf their year-round, triangle shape to bear weight of snow on its branches. So those are those Christmas trees, those evergreens that can hold on to that snow when they're in those snowy areas. And then angiosperms produce flowers and fruit to aid with reproduction. We'll talk about fruit being part of the reproductive process. And plants enter dormancy during winter to conserve energy. So those are like your plants that mom and dad or whoever might plant in your front flower beds or anywhere, and they come back every summer or spring. They go dormant in the wintertime, so that way they conserve energy. So they might die off at the end of the summer and then come back the next year. Reproduction. Non-vascular plants reproduce by spores. Seedless vascular plants also reproduce by spores. Gymnosperms reproduce with seeds that are unprotected or naked, seeds that grow in cones. So those cones that come from the evergreens or the Christmas trees are actually the seeds. Okay. And angiosperms reproduce with flowers and produce seeds that are protected by fruit. So if you see like your lemons, they have seeds inside. Apples have seeds inside. Those are the seeds. So the fruit is actually protecting the seeds for reproduction. And then you have examples. Non-vascular plants are like mosses, like I said. These grow on rocks and things like that, other trees. Ferns are seedless vascular plants. Gymnosperms are like your pines, your spruces, your firs, cedar, and redwoods. And then angiosperms, you have your tulips, your roses, and your other flowers, things like that. Okay, this is how your page should look. Okay, I made mine a little nice and pretty on the outside with different flower or leaves and things, so you can highlight, do what you want, but this is how your blocks should be set up. All right, next we have classifying concept map. This is going to be a little bit more confusing, so I want you to make sure that you are on track with us. So make sure you really pay attention to these slides coming up, all right? So use this page to complete page 86 in your notebook and follow this PowerPoint to better understand it. So you're just going to follow the concept map, all right? So plants, we have non-vascular and vascular plants. So you're going to write vascular in this square here. Vascular plants can be seedless or they can have a seed. Okay, so you see seedless or they can have a seed. Seedless vascular plants produce spores. Vascular plants that have seeds are gymnosperms. Gymnosperms do produce seeds on cones, so those are like your Christmas trees, okay? And then you have angiosperms, which we have talked about before, and the angiosperms have the seeds inside of the fruit, okay? So gymnosperms, cones, angiosperms, fruit. Now, I do need a couple things. We're going to have a couple things written over here. So the first one is there's phloem. Phloem is vascular tissue in leaves, and that tissue helps carry the food all around the plant. So that's what phloem is. Make sure you know what that is. And then xylem. Xylem is vascular tissue in stems that carries H2O and which is water and materials. So you have phloem that carries food, and you have xylem that carries H2O and other materials. And that is that for classification of plants. And then the last type, we're going to talk about types of angiosperms, and this is going to be on page 87. Once again, this page here with the blank boxes, that's going to be glued down on your notebook. And then you have the types of angiosperms over here. All of these little boxes over here need to be cut out. You can color them if you want to. But this page is glued down. This page is going to be cut out. All right. And we're going to continue. Types of angiosperms. So dicots. Dicots are going to be on your left side. The left column are going to be your dicots. Okay. And you can see on the right column, all the way on the right, you see seed, leaves, roots, stem, leaves, and flowers. So make sure you're putting all of the squares on the dicots for this one, okay? So dicots have 2 seed leaves. So you'll find that box with seed leaves. Make sure you write this word in that block, okay? Make sure you write that word. The roots are taproot. The stem, that should be stem, not the stem is as arranged vascular tissue, and the leaves are branched veins, and the flowers are petals in multiples of 4 or 5. Monocots, again, we're going down the column, so we're going all the way down the column. Seed leaves are going to be 1 seed leaf. Make sure we write this word down there too. Roots are fibrous roots. Stem, once again it says stem, not step, is scattered vascular tissue. Leaves are going to be parallel veins. And flowers are going to be petals in multiples of 3. All right. This next page here, you can see exactly how it's supposed to be written down or how it's supposed to be cut out. Okay. So you have your dicots on the left, like I had said, your monocots on the right. Okay. You can make yourself a little title page if you want. Make sure you have this word here that is going to come up in a quiz question. So make sure you do have that written down. You are allowed to use anything on your quizzes once we do get to that. That is your modification that you do in school. You're also allowed to do that at home when we're all closed. So make sure you're getting that done. Remember, you can replay this video if you need to, so that way you know how everything is supposed to be in your notebook. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Comment on this video if you have any questions. Okay? Bye.